Some changes and it all goes to plan so perfectly, second half.
To be honest, the game from the first half to the end of it did play out the way we expected. I think the first half it just didn't click in the final third. I think when we're playing three at the back, which I think has a place for us. Players need to take more risk when we're in possession to try and get more number in the box. First half we didn't really get that, and it suited Motherwell wanted us to play around them, and that's what we've done. And then I think when we do change it, you lose a bit of control of the game, as you've seen for the first 10-15 minutes. The second half it was end to end, but then we in possession were really good. I thought we moved the ball well, we were patient, we worked out where the space was, when we could turn and play forward, and then our speed of attack was really good. The first goal comes from a free kick when we've worked the ball really well to draw them in, they foul us, and then when we've got the quality of one delivery and quality of finish, it was a really good goal. And then we managed the game really well. We picked them off at times. We had some brilliant chances. We should have scored more goals, for instance, and we come off with 2, but it could have been more with the actual. It wasn't half-hearted chances. It was good chances in the box that we should probably score more goals. So overall, a really professional, controlled performance.
You said the back three's got a place. What was the thinking behind the change to the back three today?
It just you cover the pitch much better, and when they've got 3 forwards, you're asking them to do a lot of work. It was then that speed of our attack that we didn't really click, that allowed them to stay in their shape. We never caused their 2-6s to enough problems, it worked hard. We worked them hard in the first half, which then in the second half you're asking them to go again, which I thought we did. With our intensity when we had the ball was really good all throughout the game, I think.
Lawrence's goals have obviously been great throughout the season, and Vargas has scored and hit the post today, and he's really starting to contribute in front of the goal, which would be what you're looking for.
He's hungry. He's a brilliant kid who has seen an opportunity and he's taken it. His football knowledge is definitely beyond his years, and he's got great attributes in terms of his touch and his pace and his understanding. And he was unlucky not to score another one today. And he was a constant threat. I think he's good enough to drop in, as you've seen, but he's also good enough to understand when there's a space to run into. So, brilliant for him. But I thought everybody, Macaulay comes on, does well. Cammy gets back on the pitch and sees the game out well. And Natty comes. So it's a squad. We've got guys that will be disappointed they never get on or they've come off the pitch. But it's been throughout the season, everybody's contributed and they will continue to. So when we're sitting at the end of the season, we'll all remember some good times if it finishes well.
You've increased that gap in third place. Do you start now looking above you and trying to catch the 2 in front?
No, we're still a bit ahead, aren't we? So yeah, I think, as I said before, we'll get to April, May time, and if you're fortunate enough to be close enough, then you can dream. But for us, it's just keep winning games. The gap will be bigger. We know where we want to go as a squad, but as I've consistently said, it's week to week. I think the way we managed the game today, the way our speed of attack was really good. These are the real things. These are real markers for me of progression, which ultimately should lead to success.
Look at this block of wins right enough, but are you seeing a wee mentality change in the squad from going from maybe hoping to win to expecting to win?
Well, there's definitely been a mentality shift for sure, but it's not of a hope. It's we go into every game wanting to win. We understand at times we need to take risks. There's understand that there's times like today we need to be patient. We can't get sucked into being a fight or getting frustrated. It's these wee small things that change the mentality for the bigger and the progression of the team. But there's definitely a mentality shift in terms of what we expect and what we expect from each other. But then on top of that, what we expect the outcome to be. Yeah, there's going to be bumps in the road and we're going to get beaten and things like that. But I think we'll react to the situations much better than we would have a year ago.
I suppose the mentality change within the fans as well, because I mean, I've seen first half performances before you get potentially booed off for that, but there was kind of support and they kind of stuck with you.
Yeah, it was good all round. I said before the game that this can be the atmosphere on the ground can be a real advantage for us, because it's hard to play in and when it's lively and it's noisy, and brilliant for our players, harder for our opponents. I thought today was that there was some frustrating moments for us all, but we understand what we're trying to do, and then the noise was good throughout the 90 minutes, so it was brilliant. And as I say, everybody's learning, everybody's getting used to what we're trying to do, and maybe understanding it a bit better.
And the way the game it went in the first half, it could have been frustrating for Lawrence Shankland, but he comes up with a goal that breaks the deadlock, and yet again, I mean, what a value he is.
Yeah, he does, but he's the best striker in Scotland, so he's got a value to us. But that frustration, everybody's learning. We understand. We keep making our passes. We keep trying to open up space that we want to then kill teams with. And that, yeah, we're doing it well at the moment. So it's a good moment. And each week we review it, we look at it, we learn from it, and hopefully come the end of the season we're successful.
When you talk about that mentality you've got just now, and you know the confidence of putting together these runs to the next run of games you've got, looks quite testing, but I guess the guys will want to embrace that in you as well.
Yeah, it'll be a different challenge. The last few games we've had have been teams that are wanting to be compact and their thoughts not get beat. The next 3 games you'd expect to be a bit more open, which I think we play our best football when the games are a bit more open. So yeah, it'll be a different challenge, but one that we're confident going into that we can take points from.
How's Benny?
It was alright, he was just fatigued, which he's a bit more frustrated with, but when we've got a strong squad and we know we've got players that can come on, it made sense to take him off rather than risk him.
NFL update on Craig Halkett's knee situation?
No, he'll see a specialist next week.